Good morning, welcome to Furry and Spoilt. I'm going to talk to you today about whether or not slow feeders work for dogs. So Hump's here, when he came to us last year, so we think he's about 10, and when he came to us last year, he was eating so quickly that he was giving himself trap wind. And trap wind is incredibly dangerous for dogs because it can lead to bloat, and bloat can kill dogs. If you don't know about trap wind and bloat, I'm going to put a video up at the end, and if you have a dog, you really need to know about it because it can get very serious very, very quickly. And also with trap wind, it's really painful. I don't know if you ever had trap wind, but I get it sometimes, and it hurts. It really hurts. And so Humps was getting it, and luckily I knew what to do because I'd had other dogs with it in the past, and I was able to get rid of it very quickly. And then I just knew from the past that I need to flatten their food out, because if you can flatten their food out, then you slow them down so much. So what I was doing was I just had one of our normal dinner plates, like a big dinner plate, and I was just flattening the food out all over that, and that worked a treat. That slowed him down really, really quickly, and stopped the trap wind. But I did wonder whether the slow feeder here would just slow him down any more. And as it happens, it has. It's just slowed him down that bit more, which is all good, and it just helps. If you wonder, he's eating a carrot. I give my boys, I've got 3 dogs. If you don't know my channel, I've got 3 dogs. And they all get a piece of carrot every morning because it helps with anal glands, and it's just very good for their teeth. It's just very good for them. So they just get a chunk of carrot, which you can see they love. So let me show you this. So I just got this bowl off Amazon, and it's got grooves in it. And it means they can't take big chunks of food. Because if they're taking big chunks of food, then that's what's happening. They're gulping in the air. Because that's all trap wind and bloat basically is that they're taking in air while they're eating. And that air is getting trapped, causing trap wind, and then going on to cause bloat after that. But this bowl is stopping that because of the grooves. They can't take big chunks of food. They can only take little bites, and it slows them down so much. So you do need. So I feed my dogs a wet food, and what's the matter, Harry? You want to get in there? Why do you want to get in there for? What do you want to get in there for? There's nothing in there. All right, you go in there. There's nothing in there. So what you do have to do is make sure that you mash the food really into the grooves. So make sure that all of the grooves are filled up with food. Not fill up with food, but whatever amount of food you feed your dog, make sure that it's shared out over all the grooves and mash it right into it. And it's been brilliant. It's been absolutely great. It stopped the trap wind and the bloat. I don't know what my dogs are doing. They want something in the cupboard. There's nothing in there. What do you want? I'm not sure what they want. There's nothing in there for them. And so I found that it's been really, really good. It has slowed them down. In a minute, I'm going to show you a clip of them all eating, and you'll see how he eats out of it. Now, the other thing is that when little Albert here, my front one, the white one at the front, when he was younger, why are you all looking at me? What do you think is happening? I don't know what they think is happening. But when little Albert was younger, he did used to eat too fast. And so I got him this bowl here. And I found that just the fact that it has such a wide flat base, and flatten the food down on it. So you mash all the food down and then spread it all over it. And again, it means they can't take great big mouthfuls of food, and therefore they can't take the air. And that has been absolutely brilliant for Albert. And Harry here, you're Harry, aren't you, darling? That one there. He eats out of that bowl in front of him, and he has never had trap wind, and he's not a fast eater. But I've found that I just kind of flatten the food down on the bottom, and it just makes sure that they're not gulping in air while they're eating. So now I'm going to show you the clip of them all eating. So here he is eating his dinner. And you can see he can't rush it. He has to take it slowly because he's got to get it out of all the nooks and crannies of it all. So he has to go a lot slower. because we've mashed it into all the grooves, he has to actually take his time to get it out. He can't just take great big bites of it and therefore take in lots of air. It's slowed him right down. If I just show you, so we've got Harry over here. Now he's just got a normal dog bowl, but I do flatten it down just because it does slow him down, even though he really doesn't have a problem of eating fast at all. And then over here we've got Albert. Now Albert, he does eat fast, but nowhere near as fast as Hump does. So I got him a bigger dog bowl with a flatter bottom and then flattened his food all down. So I do need to slow him down to a degree because he does eat fast, but nothing, I mean absolutely nothing on the level that Humps was eating, the speed he was eating. And as it works now, all three of them finish at around the same time. So that's it. It worked, doesn't it, my darling? Because the poor little sweetheart, when oh goodness, the first couple, look, well, it was the first day. I only let it happen once. It only happened the first day, and then I managed to stop it. And he was. So if your dog eats and then afterwards is like pacing around and crying, that means they've got trapped wind, and you've got to do something about that because they're being so much pain. Like I said, I've got a couple of videos. I've got one talking about how to get rid of trap wind and bloating, and I really demonstrate how to get your hand and where you need to place your hand and what you need to rub and how you need to get rid of the trap wind. And I'll put all the videos that will be viewed, so I'll put them up at the end. There's also, if you go to playlist, there's feeding dogs, and there's all sorts of stuff in there about feeding dogs and, you know, things like that. And you don't have trap wind anymore, do you, Humps? No. All your trap wind stopped, doesn't it? It's all stopped. But yeah, like I said, please, if you don't know about bloat, yeah, I know. You want a cuddle? All right, we'll have a cuddle. Let me finish recording this little bit quickly, and then we'll have a cuddle. Yeah. I don't know why everybody's staring at me. Not quite sure what they think is happening. But yeah, if you don't know about bloat, really, please just Google it. We'll either watch my video, which will come up in a minute, or Google it or whatever. But you really need to understand it because it gets serious and gets serious very quickly, doesn't it, my darling? Yeah, it does. It gets serious quick. Yeah, I know. All right. We'll have a cuddle. Is that what you want to have a cuddle? Yeah. And I'm really not sure what you two think is happening. Right. Okay. You know where I am. I'm on the socials. If you need anything, and if you've got any questions, you know how it works. Pop them into comments. I'm really more than happy to help you with your dog problems. Happy to hear your stories about what's going on with your dogs. And that's what do you think is happening then? What do you think is happening? You look a bit confused. I've no idea why they're staring at me. I've forgotten to do something, clearly. I have done everything, haven't I? You've had your dinner, breakfast. You've had your breakfast. You've been walked. You've been brushed. You had your salmon. You had your bit of carrot. So now we're just going to go and settle down and you can have a sleep. Yeah? Okay. Right then. Thank you very much for watching. I hope that your dogs aren't staring at you and you don't know why. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.